When travelling the world, I find the question us Aussies get asked most is, aren't you scared of all those snakes, spiders and sharks? The answer, absolutely. But we've come such a long way in shark education. I thought today I'd take you to the house of slithers and scales to learn more about some of the most feared Aussie scaly creatures. Caversham Wildlife Park is located around 30 minutes north of Perth CBD and boasts the largest number of native wildlife species for any park in the state, including the reptile and nocturnal house, which is a favourite with many visiting the park. With over 50 species and 150 individual creatures calling the space home, it's filled with cold-blooded critters to fascinating creatures of the night. So Aidan, how important would you say public education is for people like me who are a little scared of some of the creatures kept in the nocturnal house?
It's so important. We grow up thinking these animals are very, very scary, but it's good if we start young, let everybody know that they're not as frightening as they might look.
And they obviously all play an important part in the ecosystem, right?
Absolutely. It might not be as obvious as some other species, but they all do play their role. They keep the environment nice and healthy and diverse.
And they're not all scary and scaly. Like, we've got some cuter members of the nocturnal house as well, like Talon here.
Yeah, she's in there as well. She is a little bit more cuter than some of our snakes, but for my money, she's still pretty scary. Those are pretty long talons she's got right there.
And is there anything maybe we wouldn't know what goes on behind the scenes in your daily keeper life?
Yeah, absolutely. It's trying to learn everybody's personality. Every single lizard, even though it might not look like it, has their own personality. They want to be fed at certain times, certain types of food. There's a lot of animals to learn.
Medically, you've got to keep an eye on these guys as well. How do you do that with like reptiles and snakes?
Reptile husbandry is pretty difficult, unlike a lot of other mammals and even birds. It's hard to tell when a snake or a lizard might be feeling unwell, so we just have to monitor how they feed, how they're behaving, just making sure that they're doing everything as normal as it can be expected.
It's not all scaly and slithery things here either. In the nocturnal house, you'll find possums, bettongs, and the ever-popular sugar gliders. Let's go take a look. The gliders are tiny little marsupials with a big secret. They can fly. Well, glide at least. Using a special membrane between their limbs, they can soar from tree to tree, sometimes covering up to 50 metres in a single flight. Around the park, you can also find some of the larger scaly creatures that call this place home, like the monitor lizards, or even a crocodile, if you're lucky enough to spot one. Although not as big as their relative the saltwater crocs, these guys can still reach up to a length of 2 to 3 metres. Still far too big in my opinion. They can be pretty shy, so keep your eyes peeled and you never know your luck. From furry and friendly to scaly creatures of the night, they all call the park home and all have an important role to play in our ecosystem. You can learn all about them on your next visit to Caversham Wildlife Park.